Welcome back. So life can be challenging. Even children face their share of disappointments, but building resilience is key to helping them thrive. We're joined once again by wellness consultant Lebohang Tlhahane to explore how parents can support their kids when they experience setbacks. And I guess my first question is, how do we define resilience? And of course, how do children go about coping with issues and matters around resilience?
So resilience refers to one's ability to be pulled, stretched, pushed, and all of these other things, and is still capable of finding themselves in a similar situation, but having gained skills from the previous one, they are able to tackle the new situation. So within children, it's quite important because from birth, it's different circumstances here and there. You are literally born into this world. You have to learn how to walk all of a sudden. After that, you need to stop drinking a bottle. Now you have to have solids. It's always something new, you know? So with that, you gradually learn how to do new things. So every time when a child is able to gain a new skill, they become resilient whenever they find themselves, if it is difficult for them, that's when they gain resilience. So they are able to have a setback or whatever feels like is new to them, but they can tackle it and take it on.
Now, by way of disappointment, children face disappointment every day. You know, whether it's failing at school,
Yes.
whether it's being rejected by a friend. How does disappointment then help them tap into that toolkit and help them grow that muscle of resilience?
So they experience different things on a daily basis. With that being said, when you, as a child, have gained this skill that you've previously gotten from what maybe you've gone through previously, when you go into the new one, you already know what to do, you know? So it's quite important because for them to be able to realize that I've been through something similar or I've been through something that is difficult. When I try to do this and I feel disappointed about the fact that it's not going the way I had thought it was going to, they then, that one skill kicks in, you know? And that's when you can tell that a child is now being resilient because then it means that they're growing, not just mentally, but in their own confidence to say, I'm able to tackle anything regardless of how it made me feel previously.
Parents and guardians, what would you advise them or how would you advise them to help their children navigate challenges, but at the same time also building that resilient quality and strength in them?
So it's quite important to define feelings to children so that they can put word to picture. So there are children who don't understand what disappointment is necessarily, or they don't know how, they don't have the necessary vocabulary for it. So what happens is they'll find themselves going, I'm angry because so-and-so didn't want to play with me, you know? And then they define it as anger. So parents need to teach their children to be able to have this vocabulary in order for them to put word to picture. So parents can teach their kids the ability of having new opportunities and having them be a lesson instead of just that disappointment to say, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this. Because if they find themselves stagnant and stuck in a situation, they won't know what to do if another obstacle comes, because then they will revert backwards instead of progressing forward. So it's always best to teach them that it's okay to have disappointment, and you must always clap for a child when they have overcame a situation or a challenge, so that next time when they are faced with difficulty, they can go back and say, well, last time I got a cheat. So I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna try my best, you know.
So when we're in the home, you know, how do we foster that environment in the house and within the family?
So you need to always make it known that mistakes are embraced and that it is okay to make a mistake. Teach your child how to overcome that type of mistake and tell them not to do it again. Or if they find themselves in a tricky situation that they feel that they cannot handle, give them tips and tricks how to try it. No, don't do it like this, do it like that. But always, always, always try and teach them that it's okay to do it yourself, you know, so that they are able to grow as individuals.
Thank you so much for all your wisdom and guidance this afternoon, Lebohang. Much appreciated. Now, that was indeed an insightful conversation, and I think it will help moms and dads guide ourselves and our families, particularly children, in nurturing resilience. And I hope that with these tools, you can then help your children grow stronger and better equipped for life's ups and downs.